Hello, welcome back to another segment in Ascend. I always mess this up. Excerpts from a Spiritual Ascension. So I've been talking about the question of twin flames. And in this one, I wanted to talk a little about the karmic, and which a lot of people don't even like to say that word, or view that person that kind of takes away your twin flame from you as this bad person. They're not. Actually, you should be grateful to them, whoever it may be, um, that comes into your life and as you may identify as this karmic person. The twin flame um, aspect wording is quite controversial to me because I think that it's been used by pop culture in an incorrect way, something that's probably quite divine. And again, I don't even know if there's truly this thing where they say there's one soul that splits into two souls and has different, they each have different experience on earth before they come together. Do I believe that there are two people that have had lifetimes together previously and then do come together? Yes. The person that I initially identified as my twin flame, there was a strong soul connection. And that's why I just swore up and down that they were my soulmate, my twin flame, and we did the runner chaser type of thing, and it was not to be. And I am so thankful that it wasn't, because now I can look back and see all the illusions that were around that relationship. And I do believe it is a lesson to be learned. And if you have gone through it, love to hear from you. But let's talk a little bit about the karmic. Okay. So, um, when I had met this person, and as I say, everything I say here is from my experience. So it may not be your experience. You may not even anything like this even happen to you, but I give my experience just so you will know what you may deal with. Okay. Should pour some water over here. Um, So when I met this person, there was an instant deep connection. And I had asked them, are you involved with anyone else before, we get too deep into this? And he said, the person, I was dating someone a couple months back, but I could tell the way he said it ended, and he looked very heartbroken about it. So that should have been my first red flag to say he hasn't healed from this yet. And perhaps I shouldn't step into this relationship yet. But I was so feeling this pull between us, this strong pull, that I wanted to pursue it. And um, instant attraction, it was very fiery, very, all those things, if you can imagine. And um, everything happened pretty quickly. Within a few months, he actually had even asked me, like, would you even marry me? And I was like, oh my goodness, this is my twin flame. I was so ecstatic, so happy. And of course, this was meant to be. You are, I didn't tell him that, but like, he's my twin flame, and he wants to marry me. Like, this is everything that they said. And Um, we were supposed to go look at rings soon after. And one night, it was the weirdest thing happened to me. Um, I went to go lay down to go to sleep for that night. And I remember it was a Friday night. And when I went to go lay down, I could not lay down. And I'm clairsentient, so clairsentience is about feeling. So I feel things. I'm also clairaudient. And each time I tried to lay my body down, it would not lay down. And it was the weirdest thing. And it was like my soul was not wanting to recline in some way. And I had no idea what that meant. And it's the first time I had ever felt anything like this. And my soul was just restless. And the next day I was supposed to get up and we were supposed to go and look at rings. And I had got my stuff ready and everything. And then I called him and said, I'm going to, be there around this time. And at first he didn't respond and thought that's strange. I waited some time, you know, then text him or try to call again. I'm not getting any response. Finally, he came back and he said, I can't have you come today. And I was like, what do you really mean? Actually, that was on a Sunday. And that first time I tried to lay down was a Friday night. The next night, Saturday night, again, the same thing happened. And so now Sunday morning, I get up, and that's when he tells me I can't have you to come for us to go look at rings. And I was devastated. Like, not so much that we weren't going to, we could always do that another time, but like, something was going on. And um, later that he said, I'll call you later. And later that evening, he was kind of like actually like crying on the phone. And I couldn't understand what the issue was. So I was kind of, saying, well, whatever it is, we'll work through it and so forth, not even thinking that it was another woman. But now understanding that this person who was in his life previously had come back that Friday night and had, I guess, stayed over the weekend. And that's why my soul was not able to lay down. And that's the first and only time that's ever happened to me. So I know that there was a deep connection there. Um, again, there's a phrase called false twin flames. I don't know if that's even a thing or if was just a deep soul connection of someone I've had past lives with that, you know, um, we just happened to meet up again in this lifetime and it was still a strong connection. So after a while running and chasing after this person, I let it go for a long time. And about a year or two later, contacted him and he was so happy to hear from me. But I could tell that he didn't change. He did not grow spiritually. And I understood that this was not my person and that I needed to release them. And that's what I did. But just recognizing who he truly was, that's why I'm thankful to that karmic person for coming in, stepping in, because since I was still under this illusion of this person being my person and they had never did any growth spiritually or on themselves or done any healing, that's not the person I needed to end up with. Okay. I tell you all of this just for your own sake and for your own journey, and to understand whenever you connect with someone, you're going to know definitely 100% that they are the right person. You do not have to chase them. Okay. Um, so I'm going to leave it there. I might do a fourth video, just to tell you how my story ends up, but I don't want to do it at this point, because it's kind of early in the process. But I'm so happy that you're here, that you're joining me. And also, please, I ask you to like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like have any questions for me about my own experience or journey, there's a link to book time with me. I've also done several courses on the Ascension journey, and you can click on that link and find my courses there. And I will see you next time.